Welcome to part 2 of the series. As promised, we are going to start with the Crimson Pirate Fleet ships. This is the Ghost. This is their smallest ship. You can steal this ship. It is not better than a Frontier in my opinion, but it can be upgraded. Let's look on the outside of it. You have your landing thrusters. I super like these ones. They're really nice. Look how big they are and fleshed out and rounded. They're really nice. We'll see what parts they're made out of. This is the side view. It looks a little bit taller than the Frontier, but it's not as long as the Frontier. So it's kind of like a short stubby ship. Here's the back of it. Just the I'm not sure if this is 2 engines, one on top of each other, or 4 engines. We'll see. That looks like the fuel tank and the shield. It's nighttime outside, so the ship's a little bit dark. We can... Oh, it's not going to let me shine my flashlight on it. That's kind of weird. But it is what it is. We'll get a better view in the shipbuilder of it once we start tearing it apart. But let's go inside. Here is another companion. I won't spoil that for you either if you decide to play this game. Here is your entryway. It's kind of big. It's definitely bigger than the other one, a lot wider. The steps are wider. It's probably double the size. And then the first aid kit. I don't know why I'm taking these. The crew member said there was a captain on deck because that is me. When you first walk in, it's kind of tight in here, right? Like you got some paper towels, some boxes. I don't know, like I said, I don't know why I'm picking that up. This is a save that I'm no longer using. Here is your entrance. There's a couple computers. This is where the crew does some of their work to help you with your ship. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to this one. This is a docking, so this has the dock on the front. Let's go up. So this is the top of the ship. You'll see that this guy, he'll just park anywhere on your ship. Only on like a couple of the ships, like the Frontier, does he have a designated space that he stays in. So he's kind of just like always in the way. And we'll see that. In my personal opinion, I'm not going to spoil too much for you, but if you build an outpost station that requires somebody, I would put him there. Just because he's always in the way. This is a normal storage cube on the top floor. We go inside. Here is our cargo hold and our captain's locker. And your screen that the other one had in it would be right here. I had to go to an older save, so I don't have that screen yet. And then here is this seat, and the way it pulls up to this. So on this one you do see like a little bit more than a Magellan. So that's pretty cool. But let's go ahead and exit the ship so we can rip it apart. And as always, this is the dude that we're going to rip it apart. And we will look and see what this thing is made out of. It's so satisfying to rip these ships apart. I don't know why. It just is. So, I had my suspicions that these were 2 different engines just because of the way that they looked. And I was right. So we'll get into those in a second. Okay, so now we have our ship taken apart, and this is how many pieces it has. So it has about the same amount of pieces as the Frontier. let's start with this one. This is the Docker in the 4, which means front, which is, what we thought when we first walked in a ship, because there was an inaccessible door right there, which normally means it's the docking door. We have the cockpit. They use the Armstrong cockpit. So if that's like what you want for your ship, this is what it's called. This is the Hope Tech storeroom fuselage. So this is type A. And I've got to say that I'm really surprised that's what this is, because it looked like a basic one. So I guess this is a normal storage looking room too. The Hope landing gears, I really like that. It's the 55. I need to remember what it was because I definitely want to use it on my ship whenever I build one. You have your Hope 4 landing bay, so that's a bigger landing bay. This is a Dog Star shield generator. You have your MW laser, your Dragon 221. It does 3 more damage than the shield, so you got like a, what is that, like a 33% increase in shield damage, but it looks like the hull damage is a little bit lower. It's 4 instead of 6, so you gain 33%, but you lose 33%. So it's not better or worse than the Frontier as far as lasers go. Now, you do lose your cannon, and you have the same missile launcher, so it is weaker in combat than the Frontier. You have your Hope Tech control station 2x1, so this is just a basic control station, and it says that it's a habitat module that comes in, well, they all say that, don't they? You'll see that too. All of these habitat modules say the exact same thing on them, but this one is a control station. You have your landing gear. You have your reactor from a Moon and Done. You have your HE3 tank, which is your tanks that determine how much fuel you have. This one has 50, which isn't very much. That means you're going from solar system to solar system, and you're not going to far solar systems in this. This ship can only make small jumps. You have your Immune 1 engine. Both of these together have about as much engine thrust as one Frontier. So even though they look big, they're pretty small. And then we have our Alpha grav drive. So let's put it all back together. This is definitely a smaller ship than a Frontier. Took a lot less time to go through. And let's look at it. It kind of has that like little beetle look, and it is a Hope Tech ship. So later on I will take you to a different base, and they probably sell something very similar to the ship. Since this is a pirate ship, they probably sell something almost exactly similar to the ship, and they've just added their own little pirate type, paint job on it when they stole the ship from somebody else, from a normal person. So, but this is what we have. It's our little beetle type ship. This is the Ghost. So, Crimson Fleet Ghost. And I will see you guys next time, and we will take a look at our next ship. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.